Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a GW Tiger Porsche, the Tier 8 German SPG, located on the south spawn of Fisherman's Bay under the command of coolppc. Now this RT was never designed, never built, but it was theorised that they would have used some of the Porsche hulls to make an SPG, and so they've planted a barrel in this thing, a huge howitzer. And that's the top gun, I can tell that, because there's no muzzle brake. If there was a muzzle brake, it would be the standard gun. It would be the 17cm, but this one is a 21cm with 1100 alpha and a penetration of 53mm. The only problem is it's got a rather long reload. Now, coolppc is taking it off onto the right-hand side of the map, the east side. And it looks like he's going to head for that row of hedges behind the water. That should enable him to get shots on the enemy if they're in the town. But I've noticed that there's only one heavy tank going into the town at the moment, and it's a 110. The Wizzy 111 Model 14 is headed off to the west side of the map, and the Carnarvon has gone to the centre, which only leaves the VK4502B at the spawn point, and I'm not sure he's actually woken up yet. Okay, well, we're located in the city, and you can see with a very narrow arc on the GW Tiger P, he can actually only fire down certain streets straight at the enemy, but instead he's decided to aim for the bushes near the house at the top, and I do that as well. Fire around in there, just in case somebody's hiding behind the bush. They usually do. You only get 15 rounds, but it does take a long time to reload, as I did mention. So really, you're probably not going to get through all those 15 rounds in the 15 minutes. So it's around about 45 seconds, I think, for the reload. But you might be able to get it quicker if you've got a gun rammer and BIA crew. Well, like a good player, coolppc is finding a new position to fire from, and he's now re-aiming at a new target. He's found an IS-3 right up at the centre line. Again, not the sort of tank you'd expect to see up here. And he fires the round in, and wow! Big hit! 288 hit points from a splash. And that's certainly going to annoy the IS-3. He's having a quick look at the windmill. We've got a standard B, the tier 9 Italian medium over there, and he's marked the ground to indicate to his team that that's where he's aiming for. Our standard B is the other side of the windmill. He's moving backwards and forwards, but the enemy standard B is not moving. Well, if he stays like that, he will get hit. We're almost ready. Rounds out straight away, and direct hit, and he set fire to him. And he blew, I think. Did he blow? No, he didn't blow, but the standard B killed him shortly afterwards. He was actually tracked. We got a huge amount off the fire, 262 hit points, 196 from the actual impact, and then we picked up the damage assist, the 342, so that standard B is no more. He's back in the garage. I was just actually at this moment, if you are sending us a replay, do make sure that you stay in the vehicle, even if it gets killed, or stay in the game after you get killed, because otherwise it will corrupt the replay, and we do like to show the results for each player. But if we've got no results to work from, it makes it very difficult to do a proper replay. We fired a round at that pattern. Not sure that would have done anything. Again, he's changing position. That's going to avoid any counter battery. And an enemy tank has been spotted in the town. An ST1 and a Carnarvon Action 10. Okay, he spotted that. Good. He's paying attention to his minimap. It's what Arty players tend to do a lot. We actually have bigger minimaps than most tank drivers. And the reason for that is obvious. It's where we select our targets from. We look for our next target based on which guy is threatening our teammates, which guy is going to be the easiest one to hit, and also which tank is likely to get attacked by our teammates afterwards. So even if we just wing them and stun them, we're going to pick up some stun assist. And that shell fell well short of the aim point. 10 rounds left, 10 minutes left to go in the game. So as I said, he's not going to run short on shells. He's going to have enough shells to do the job. Just an interesting fact actually, that the thing is that the M12 Arty actually only carries 20 rounds, and there's not enough ammunition to last the entire battle. You can actually run short or run out of ammo before the end of the game. But with the S51, the tier 7 Soviet SPG, same tier, you get 30 rounds. So that's far more ammunition, more than enough to last the entire battle and to keep firing all the way through the battle. So a bit of Soviet bias again in the game. They give the S51 more rounds with the 152mm gun than they give the M12. It seems a bit unfair, doesn't it? Especially considering the fact that the M12 did have T30 ammunition carriers, which is basically the same vehicle without a gun. Oh, he got a kill on the charioteer. A direct hit. We saw this. We heard the sizzle from the round as it went off. So we know he exploded the shell directly against the hull. 811 hit points. Yeah, I'm saying that the M12 used to carry another vehicle called a T30, and that would actually carry all the ammunition that the M12 needed, plus some of the crew. Because, of course, the M12 did require a lot of crew to service it, and there probably wasn't enough space for all of the people to sit on it. So it actually was handy that they did have T30s. But, of course, Wargaming doesn't take that into account in the game, and as a result, the M12 unfairly has less ammo. And a Scorpion G's been spotted at the back of the map. We fired that round in, but the pattern was a little further away. Okay, we've now got a Scorpion G, a Striv S1, and 7 rounds of ammo left. We're one tank. Well, we were one tank up on the enemy. Now the scores are even. Oh no, we got one back. We just killed their Arty, the FV207. Oh, just lost our Rebel Arise over in that northeast corner. We could get that TS5. He's not likely to move. Rounds out. Direct hit. That's certainly going to have annoyed him. We just lost another tank, the T-44-100. So now we've got no tanks in the centre. No tanks up the far end on the west side of the map, and only 2 tanks defending the city. And of those 2, well, one's an Object 263. Now, I forgot to mention at the start of the game, this is a tier 9 game with tier 8 tank in it. And that shell hit the building, but it still splashed the UDAs. It's not looking so good now. I think we lost too many tanks on the west side of the battlefield, and it's now looking like the enemy is going to make it through the town, because these guys are holed up here holding that corner, and the UDAs may come up behind them. Yes, well, it's actually the Patton that's come up behind, and he's put a round into the back of the 110, who's subsequently been killed by the UDAS 16, and that leaves the Object 263 very vulnerable. He's trying to push that wreck back. I don't think he's going to survive this. We can't hit those 2, the ST1 and the Carnarvon, because the buildings are in the way. We're trying to get around onto the Patton, but I don't think we can. And there's the UDAS. And it's the UDAS who's actually doing some of the damage right now. Oh, 263 is going to get killed. And there's not a lot we can do about it. Yeah, he's gone. We fire around in, but only get some hit points off the UDAS, and now there's only us in the 4502B between the enemy and the cap. It's looking very bad. We're down 3 tanks now. They've got quite a considerable force coming on that 4502, so I'm not sure how many more shots we're going to be able to get on the enemy before they overrun us. Using the rock for cover. Now, can we get a shot on them? Yes, we can. Dialing in on the Carnarvon. Possibly splash the ST1. We fire a round in. And it's a good shot on the Carnarvon for 304 and 96 on the ST1. Stunned both of them. Yeah, 4502 is putting up a brave defense, but he is going to get overwhelmed. There's just too many enemies there for him to deal with. Dialing in on the ST1. Direct hit, 435 hit points. They lose the UDES, taken out by our Wizzy 111 Model 14, who's come back to the sort of like central area. Hopefully he'll come down to the tree line, and then he might be able to help us defend this cap, because that ST1 is getting very close to us. And we've lost the 4502, so now coolppc is the last person on this side of the map between the enemy and the cap, and he has been spotted. He's taken fire from the Striv S1 from the center line. Next shot will probably kill him. He's loaded his last round, well, second to last round. There's only 3 minutes 20 seconds left in the game, but I doubt he'll get more than one round off. He's badly damaged, and if the enemy fires in this direction, he'll probably go out straight away. There's the ST1. Oh, he got the kill! But he was taken out the very next shot by the M46 Patton, who moved over to the west side of the battlefield unseen and came up behind us. So only 3 left on our team, facing 5 of the enemy. They're being squeezed into that corner. Well, there's the TS5, one of the tanks we hit, and they had lost a lot of hit points, that American tank destroyer. So I suspect that one of our shots actually did do quite a bit of damage to him. And the TS5 is gone. So it's now 2 versus 4. There's the 2-minute warning. Well, we switched over to the Wizzy 111 Model 14, and there's the UDES. Well, he's staying nicely ensconced in those bushes for the moment. But we've just lost the Wizzy 111 Model 14, taken out by the M46 Patton, so that's another kill for him. He killed coolppc. And the moment the UDES is spotted, I'm afraid he's going to get fired at by more than one tank, and so he might not survive very long. Okay, has he been spotted? Not yet. Oh, yes he has! And he's just taken a big hit, and he's gone. Oh, such a pity. Just when there was about 1 minute left to go on the game, and it's an ace tanker for coolppc in the GW Tiger Porsche. Well done. He put up enough damage during that game to earn his ace. He also managed to pick up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 20. a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points for his own vehicle, and a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that battle overall. So, interesting point, how much damage did he do to that CS5? Apparently he did 544 hit points of damage with that blind shot. So that's not a bad bit of damage there. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, top of the table, 5,069 hit points of damage. Next high score was GDDR16 on the enemy team, 3195. And after that, it was the M46 Patton, the guy who killed coolppc. He managed to get 2,855 hit points. When it came to kills, though, it was the Wizzy 111 Model 14 on our team with 5 kills, and the GDDR16 on the enemy team also had 5. And I'm afraid coolppc only managed 2 kills out of that game, which put him on the same with the other guys who were second on kills. And when it came to base XP, well, the top scorer was the GDDR16 with 1,080 base experience points, 949 to that Patton, 940 to the Carnarvon Action 10. But coolppc managed 744. He fired 14 rounds, just had 1 round spare at the end of the game. Got 6 direct hits, 2 penetrations, 9 splash. Damage of 5,069 hit points, of which 4,265 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, both of them were penetrations. One from the SD1, and I think it was the SD1 who hit him, or was it? No, it was the... Oh, he got hit by the Striv from the center line, or was it the UDIS from the center line, and then the M46 Patton. Both of them penetrations, I'm afraid. Yep, they're bound to. The armor's very, very weak. Damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did 791 hit points of damage assist, and 13 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. On a free-to-play account, he earned 38,884 credits, got 21,314 from personal reserve, and because he got an epic medal, he picked up the Achievements Award, 3,743 credits for that. Total came to 63,941, and after repair and ammunition resupply, and these 21cm shells are expensive, he actually took home 25,141 credits profit, which is not bad for a free-to-play account. He also received 744 base XP, 417 for the Achievements Award, 1,161 personal reserves, and he got a personal missions payout of 383. So his total came to 2,705 for the experience points. So pretty good to get the ace tank. Just a bit disappointing that after all the effort he put in, I'm afraid his team let him down, and just not enough tanks went to the city. If they'd gone to the city, then maybe they would have been able to hold off that SD1, but they just couldn't in the end. I actually put it down to the fact that the Carnarvon went up to the centre line, which is the wrong place. The Wizzy 111 Model 14 went over to the west, and the VK45, well, he was very late to go in and support the guys that were in the city, and as a result, they just didn't have the support they needed. So, not so good. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button, and thank you for watching.